this is a quote by Matthew McConaughey, and he said, "Life's barely long enough to get good at one thing, so be careful what you get good at."
CA Podcast, fellas. And we're back. Week 5. Episode 5. A month into it. Sound.
My name is Y.I.
And we got the Cap Crew Corner production right there.
Marlon, you know what it is.
Say it again, say it again, say it again with pride.
At Rebels.
Okay, Edwin.
Wow, he had energy
A
today.
little energy, a little more
That's
energy
dope.
than
Yeah,
usual.
right, so a little
It's
bit
early.
Proud of you, man.
It's early. That's why.
Proud of you, man.
Yeah, a little more comfortable back here. I guess.
Ooh, the arm is back.
Growing
If you-
pains.
Wow.
Growing pains.
No. Growing. What is it? Happiness. I don't know.
Oh gosh.
Man, we're in here, man. Getting used to this podcasting thing. Yeah.
So nervous. What's going on?
I know the voice trembled.
I don't know.
The voice trembled.
I don't know why that happened. But man, definitely interesting. You know, there's always a little small adjustments to the lighting, the fucking cameras, always some shit going on behind the scenes, pre-production. But we're here for you guys, trying to make the best content possible, getting the high quality. Always comment down below if you guys have any suggestions or anything of that nature. So far, I haven't seen really nothing crazy. It's just us trying
I
to,
haven't seen shit.
Yeah, it's just us
Perfected.
being particular.
you know,
But,
we should be as creators, you know.
Fuck that at this point. We're on and we're live and
Yeah,
we're
we're here,
excited.
man.
What are we gonna talk about, Sam?
Another week of topics, conversations, and the Corona cough over there.
Bro, and he coughed my way.
Oh my god!
Not towards the wall.
Nasty.
We're
My
all
way.
vaccinated here, guys. By the way,
I'm not.
no, fuck, he revealed it.
I'm vaccinated.
He's not, but he might be soon. But we're gonna talk
After
about.
this motherfucker coughing on my shit.
We gotta check you after this. Let's get into right away from the top, talking about what we discussed last week, the biggest topic this year in music, Astroworld. So there's been quite a few updates happening. Literally 7 days removed from the actual event occurring, like I expected. Remember I was like, oh, dude, it hasn't even been the week. It's during the weekend. I was like, watch when the week hits, blah, blah, blah. Monday, shit's going to start happening. And a lot of shit started happening. Like legal things, different type of media coverage, and even extra additional conversations from his team and his camp, not just straight up from him. So first off, we're going to say rest in peace to Bodily Sahani, the 22-year-old who was in a hospital. And she was announced brain dead after the concert, but they pulled the plug on her after having several heart attacks in the crowd.
Wow.
She has now passed away, making it now 9 people
Passing
officially
away
dead.
through because of injuries, correct?
Yes, because of
Jesus
the injury she
Christ,
suffered
man.
there, which is crazy. You know, another name adding to the total death count from the actual event. So rest in peace to her. Young, 22 years old, our age. Like
I'm
that's crazy.
just wondering when
was just young.
I'm wondering when we're gonna hold people accountable.
Yeah, man.
Like, I don't mean owners of the event, headliners or whatever. I mean
Anyone.
just normal people
Yeah,
Right.
in the crowd.
Yeah.
When are we gonna start holding each other accountable?
yeah, yeah. And speaking of those people, there's literally as of now 100 lawsuits filed against Travis Scott and Live Nation, and counting. So they passed the 100 mark. So that's literally 100 separate individuals. Wow, that's a lot.
A lot of people taking advantage, though.
I mean, it
In
makes
my opinion.
sense. I mean, it
Makes
definitely makes
sense.
sense.
No, I get it, but it's like, I don't know.
Especially
man.
if there's kids there. And the thing is, you're going to have these parents outraged. You know, we have, rest in peace, Barty's family. If I'm mispronouncing her name, my apologies, but I read it out as Barty. Her family doing press conferences and getting emotional and everything, like, you know, having that sort of what you would kind of expect feeling as a parent. You know, they're not going to be straight up like, they don't listen to Travis Scott every day. They're not Travis Scott fans. They probably never been to like that type of crowd or energy. They're not going to be like, yeah, we know what happens. Like, they're like devastated and like going crazy. Like they want someone to get like they want to get justice for themselves, but they want someone to be like actually charged. Like they want something to happen from this. And they're going at Travis, you know, because that's obviously who else can they go at, you know? And as of now, they haven't really revealed, direct names, but we do have revealing now new information. Listen to this. So this is the spokesperson for Travis Scott's team. They have a 59-page operations plan, and it clearly says that only 2 people have the authority to stop the concert. That was the executive producer and the concert producer. Travis was not responsible for this, and he wants to be responsible for the solution. So that's directly his team basically saying, hey,
I'm telling you,
these are the
bro.
people to blame.
I'm telling you, it's like I can't see as to how they would try to put this shit on Travis, man.
I mean, an
It's
artist.
like, yeah, he can tell him like, yo, like, you know,
Yeah.
and you can
But
see
you
that he
can't
did
tell. You can
multiple times.
I'm pretty sure. I don't think Travis is gonna be like, "Oh, these motherfuckers dying out here. Let me
Yeah.
just keep on singing."
Yeah.
Like I don't want like I like
But it's
like
like-
Yeah, it's
I
when
don't-
it
I don't-
comes-
when it comes to the other shit like security and all that stuff, like I said, it's like it has to be whoever's the head of whatever the fuck his
Bro.
team
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, I agree with that. And as more details come out, I definitely lean towards more like obviously like, okay, if all this is valid and it's not just to save his ass, then it's like this motherfucker really doesn't have no true at fault. His lawyer spoke up as well, and his lawyer said that when it comes to Travis, first of all, he announced the fact that because it was speculation. Remember I told you guys it was like an after party or some shit after? And I thought he didn't go to it. He actually went to it. And I guess it was Drake's after
Drake
party
shit, right?
at Dave and Buster's. So these motherfuckers.
Dave and Buster's, bro.
That's the thing. It looks crazy, right? That's my thing, though.
Yeah.
But then, according to him, the lawyer was like that they still didn't know that he really didn't know that there was deaths until the next morning. That he didn't get the actual, I guess.
They kept that shit from
I
him?
don't know. I know they tend to both be artists that are very much online, and they were awake that night. I don't expect them to be checking.
We
you
knew
know,
Drake
but
was
that's
posting.
a little mixy type of data right there. Like, oh, they were there, but they weren't. They blah, blah, blah. I guess it's just them trying to verify, like, okay, they did have the after party, yes, but they were justified in having it because guess what? They didn't know that this happened. Because now that's why you have
That's
this.
so sad.
This is very
Bro.
like,
That's sad.
if you're a parent looking at that, like, you went to fucking Dave and Buster's when my child fucking died. It looks crazy. It is not looking too good.
Yeah.
But the lawyer did say that they didn't know. Like, he stands by that. They didn't know until the next day.
Travis Scott might not drop music until
Oh my
5 years
God.
from now, because these cases gonna go on for a while.
Man. Listen, and listen to this. His album sales went up 15K for Astroworld this week. 40% increase in his sales since the Astroworld Festival happened. So you're gonna have that slight percentage of people, similar to like unfortunately when like DMX passed away and like artists pass away, like their sales and stuff increases because there's more searches and more people like, oh, who might not even hear this guy's music. Let me check his music out at least. So his streams
once
are
again,
up.
mob mentality.
Yeah.
R. Kelly was the same shit.
Yes, the fucking R. Kelly
yeah,
streams.
Imagine a nigga.
Yeah.
I might have been a
went
part
to
of the
jail
stream
with some
count. So
sexual
I might have been 1%. No, I'm just
Of course.
listen. No, the cops lied about the syringes, guys. It wasn't true. There was
The
no
cops
syringes.
lied or the security?
lied.
The cops.
Really?
The
Cops
police officers.
Houston PD because Houston PD announced it, and then days later they did another press conference retracting their statement, saying that we apologize. It was false. We didn't. We were wrong.
Was it misleading information that
So
they
the guy
had?
got
or
hit in the
was
neck.
it-
The medic got hit in the neck, but he wasn't hit like with a syringe. It was just people chattering. I guess I don't know.
Oh,
It's very unprofessional.
shit.
And if I'm Travis, obviously he wants to work with Houston PD, but that's even something that he can sue them for because then you have 4 or 5 days of misleading information because people are now
Right.
thinking there's a guy out here stabbing people with syringes, and especially like the team, the medics and shit.
Yeah.
So then like who's there? Who do we believe?
Who the fuck is
Do
coming
we
up
not
with this
believe the
shit
police
then?
no more now? Like who are we believing here?
Yeah.
Like that's fucked up, nigga. Imagine that shit. Niggas lied up. I thought that was the one, but I told niggas I was like, this is the sketchiest one. But I wouldn't think that they were straight up lying. I was like, maybe they saw the syringe.
Yeah, that one was the wildest one.
There you go.
That's the wildest one. I totally understand niggas dying from the mob and crowd and niggas stepping over people and shit like that. God bless her. She passed away because of that. Yo, man.
Man,
But-
she was there with her sister and her cousin, and they got lost in the crowd, and then she ended up dying. Imagine that shit.
Fucking shit.
Shit
Use
sad.
it.
I
family
lost, blah, blah, blah.
And then she ended up actually being dead. Like
Passed
the word that they're just
away.
lost, not just dead.
Shit sad.
That's
Like it's like she went to the wrong block. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna make no jokes. Alrighty.
God bless. Moving on.
Oh,
So Travis also has turned down reportedly a $5.5 million show in Saudi Arabia.
he
Because
turned it down
he's
himself.
Oh, during
okay.
because of this everything that's going on. So
Man.
he doesn't want to go to Saudi Arabia and get the.
But have you seen?
5.5.
Have you
It's a
seen?
big bag.
Have you seen that his music goes on in concerts, like in the beginning of concerts, and people are booing? Like,
Yeah.
Yes.
Listen, a lot of the shit that's happening right now at other artists' concerts and shit like that, in my opinion, just looks wrong.
What do you mean?
Like for example, like you said, his music coming on and people booing his shit, or now artists like, oh, are you guys okay? Like it kind of comes off as mockery.
Good point, Marlon.
You know what I'm saying?
So that's been happening right now. So 2 examples that have been gone viral have been SZA and Tiana Taylor. So after the Travis Scott thing, there's been occurrences where they see, like, let's say a passed out girl or something in the crowd, and like they stop the show and they go like, hold up. But then people are like, oh,
Like,
what's good here? Like,
yeah,
you niggas trying to like do some
for
clickbait shit?
example,
Or is this like authentically
for
you're trying
example,
to stop
the
it?
SZA one, I saw like a bunch of comments. It's like, oh shit, I just got stomped out to Love Galore. You feel me? It's like, ain't nobody getting fucking stomped out and shit. Ain't nobody doing moshes and shit at a SZA concert. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the darkest person.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
It's
this
like-
bitch. I got stomped out
Yeah.
Love Galore, bitch.
It's like shit like that's coming up.
that's
It's
fucked
coming
up.
up as mockery,
Yes.
corny. You know what I'm saying?
No, but it's I as an artist would understand because one, you see the legal trouble this motherfucker's
Yeah.
in.
Oh yeah,
You're not gonna
they're
Travis
trying,
Scott
they're not
me.
trying to get fucked.
You guys are not gonna Travis Scott me. I'm Tiana Taylor.
But that's my thing. When is the crowd gonna start being responsible? It's not the job of an artist. Have you
Yeah.
been to a rock concert? You know what I'm saying? Like these
Them
niggas are
motherfuckers
literally
swing
killing
at you.
themselves, swinging at each other.
yeah.
And who's up there saying, "Oh, you shouldn't be doing that, Travis Barker. You can't be playing those drums like that."
Yeah.
You know, like, why didn't you stop?
Yeah.
You know, like,
Fucking
come
Caillou.
on,
That's
like.
Caillou. That's true. But with SZA, I do give her some slight.
And also, it might be my bad. Before
Go.
I think they're really coming at Travis right now because he's one of the top artists in the world right now.
Yes.
And they're really trying to knock him down. And I see brands like not
There's
doing
a-
deals with
there's
him
a
anymore. They're
lot
taking
of
away
shit, bro.
partnerships.
Fortnite.
And-
People being like, oh, like
His
like,
old manager. Did you see that shit?
I didn't see that, but I
Old
saw like.
manager came out. Some white nigga.
Oh, I saw that.
Ah,
He's
with
like the worst
girls
person
on.
I've worked with.
He's the worst
Some
person
shit. Yeah,
ever in the world.
Yeah.
You know, like,
What the hell is that?
I was so I
Paul
watched like 5 seconds of that, and I said, "Let me get this broke nigga out of here."
I didn't
We're
see
trying to
that
put
one
some
yet.
grills
I
on.
gotta look it up
Yeah.
after this.
He looked like he put a ring light in his bathroom.
People,
His grills on.
Trying to get
I was trying to Travis's manager.
Take that shit off, nigga. Fuck.
What happened?
What he do? What he do?
Trying to people bringing up like his old Instagram posts and shit, and like saying like, oh, like this shit's happened, and he's like idolized people that have gotten hurt and all that. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy.
What the fuck is happening?
I'm over here
Man,
trying
that's
to
a
talk, and this
culture.
nigga blasting this shit with the sheesh thing. Fuck.
But that is a culture. That violence within a crowd, that mob,
Yeah.
that pit with that mosh pit thing,
Yes.
that fight. You know, that's a culture, dog.
Definitely a culture.
And I think, unfortunately, this is not a Travis Scott concert. It's an Astroworld festival.
Yes.
And you're gonna have people who have never been to a concert before, let alone a festival, and they don't really understand they don't understand the protocols. Like when we went to the festival day in Vegas, I understood the protocols because we went to a Travis Scott concert. You know what I'm saying? Don't get too close to the middle, buddy.
Yeah.
You might die.
Yeah.
And literally, I almost fell. And I understand that if I would have fell, nigga, I probably would have lost my life.
You probably would have got stomped on.
I was so mad, and I would tell Victor, "Yo, I'm get the fuck out of here, this and that, niggas."
Yeah, bro.
And I'm very violent. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
no, 100%.
So
100%.
I understand the protocol,
Yeah.
but we have I don't know how children got into that festival. Children could have
Yeah, so that thing there's got a couple things they gotta start doing going forward. I would say like an age limit.
absolutely
It
height limit.
also depends height limit, like a roller coaster ride. If you're not past 5 feet, get the fuck out of here.
or just don't pass.
No
the
midgets
center.
allowed.
Oh, some shit, man.
I feel like for places like that with like big ass like general admission areas and shit, they should like make sections. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like with the metal fences
Yeah.
and shit like that. Only a certain amount of people like you know what I'm saying?
I
Stuff
think
like
so.
that.
I think so.
Because
There's
it's like
limits.
that's the
Yeah.
easiest way you're gonna
There's
control
limits.
it.
And they're saying that the venue was 50,000 capacity, but then they overpassed the capacity
Yeah.
Bro.
to like around 100,000.
That's-
Oh
that's
my
a-
god!
So
that's
now they
a-
have to verify
that's a city.
if it was just selling tickets.
That's a city's population.
Or the people that broke
my
in.
God.
the people that broke in, because it could have been because of people the surplus and they just let it ride out.
But bro, security.
gotta figure that out.
Security was number one thing that they lacked on from the beginning,
Yeah.
since the merch
100%.
line. From
And
the
they
merch
should've-
line.
They should have definitely hired way better, bro. I didn't know this either. The prices of the tickets last time have always been like 100, 150. They were like $300. Like they doubled the price this year for the
Really?
actual
Just a
general
festival. General
admission?
admission,
Really?
like regular, $300 plus the fees.
No wonder they would jump in fences.
Bro,
and
so
shit.
they were making mad fucking money aside from the
Bro.
merch.
Come on.
Aside from the merch, that's not even merch. That's without the merch.
That nigga already made everything off the merch, man. We would have to
Man.
almost believe.
Come on.
So man, maybe we should have taken that Saudi Arabia show. I don't know. Do that shit with a mask on. Hide yourself. That's a big bag.
Kendrick to do it for
stunt
you.
double.
$5.5 million is a lot of money, nigga.
No, yeah, but it's like
Yesterday's price is not today's
it would
price.
make him lose money in the long run because
Hell yeah.
people will be like, "What the fuck? This nigga's in the middle of everything. He's doing concerts. He's doing shows in other countries, and
Yeah.
and emotionally, how can you even perform as an artist and look at your crowd and see that? Oh shit, you sneezed. Are you okay? Like you would have to almost be on that time if you're Travis. Like, how is Travis gonna do a show now if that's his whole energy too?
Because his poster said to Astroworld, it literally said, "Come to the other side" or some shit. Welcome to the other side. And I was like, oh.
Listen, bro.
This is cryptic.
Let's not get into that. There's a bunch of shit going on
there's a whole
around
bunch
with
of,
the
like,
whole
conspiracy
symbolic
theory
shit, bro.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
But with the
With his imagery
poster,
and stuff?
Imagery and
but
all
with
of that
posters
stuff.
and shit, like,
People
they're not
going
wrong. Like,
deep.
it literally, like, but that's because that's his thing.
How about the clothing? I heard
They got
people are
into
very
that as
upset
well.
that the retailers are really capitalizing off the clothing.
Oh my
in
God,
such
I
a
didn't even
tragic
think about that.
in such a tragic moment. You know what I'm
Those
saying?
have to
Because
be
that's
crazy pieces.
that has to be crazy value
think
right
about
now.
that.
These pieces because
Oh, yeah.
this
yeah,
is
yeah.
history,
It's
dog.
reselling for dumb high. It's crazy.
That's and probably cryptic shit on that shit too. No,
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
and his whole shit is like fire and fucking
Fire, you wish you were here, or like the eye.
There's a
come
bunch of
here,
shit. The whole eye stuff.
the eyeball.
The number of people passing with the fire and a bunch of stuff, bro.
It's a lot, man.
The whole skull he has thing. A bunch of stuff, bro. A bunch of stuff.
But man, you know, it's always in hindsight where we look at all this stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And it's so easy to say, "Oh no, yeah, this was a given that this should have happened a long
Right.
time before." You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like,
Yeah.
there's always hindsight bias. It's fucked up to say because all these rock shows, bro. Let's go against these rock shows.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They're insane. They were
Yeah.
insane. They're still insane.
Very.
How about
insane.
that woman that pissed on that nigga's face?
Oh my God.
Oh,
That's
talk about that.
There's a clip online.
I don't know how
We
much
can't even
nigga she must have
fucking-
drank 3 gallons of water because that was a
Gave
waterfall.
that guy
Oh, you
golden
finished the
shower.
video?
I finished it because I
Wow.
wanted to
Watched it a
see
couple
what the
times.
nigga was drowning literally.
That shit was crazy.
Yeah,
Bro, I
the
thought she
hell
was
out
gonna
of it,
take a
too.
shit on him.
But my thing
Yeah, me
is this:
too.
I thought she was gonna put her pussy in his face, like for him to eat it or some shit. But that would have been crazy, right? But I'm like, she peed on him. This is the first time this is happening? Like, why have we never seen this gone
Like
viral
on
before?
stage?
No, not but specifically her. Like, is this her stick at every show? She just peeing on niggas?
Who was she again?
And that was a waterfall.
She looked like Gina from
That was like a squirt.
Bro, she
Yo.
she
Oh, she was
prepped.
squirting on that
Like,
nigga.
she like
She was squirting on him.
nigga. I'm not gonna lie to you. That was a fire hydrant, nigga. That was.
You guys are listening,
Nigga,
go
that
wa-
nigga
go-
was
What's her
Research
drunk.
it
stage
up.
name?
I don't know. We want to promote her. Just look up on Google
Yeah, edit.
squirter on stage of bald man. He had a can I
Just
saw
put
on his
piss in-
forehead.
So weird.
I guess towards the end I didn't even notice it, but he went back into the crowd and he was sipping the pee.
you're fucking lying.
He was sipping the pee like that shit's like a novelty. Like he's like, oh, I'm fucking blessed, bro. You're a demon. You're a demon. You gotta go home and shower. There's people taking selfies with him in the crowd. You guys are standing next to like
That's what
bacteria.
I'm trying to say.
Oh
you know what I'm
my
saying? There's
God.
different
Gross.
cultures.
But
And
then
you know,
Travis Scott's getting crucified. Put that bitch in jail. What the fuck was that, man?
nigga, he was drowning. Like, you know when you drink too much, like, she almost
killed the poor man. She almost
Bro,
killed the
yeah.
poor man. She was waterboarding him on stage.
God.
That was a terrorist act on stage. And they just let that shit slide.
She was real aggressive thinking.
Bro.
She was very comfortable with this.
Yeah.
I thought she was gonna poop in that nigga's chest.
Yes, bro.
she was
She
taking shit on
at
him.
first she took mad long, so she's about
She
to
about to
shit
take
on
a
him.
shit on him.
Look like you
She's
here, nigga. I
about
thought
to
she was
shit
about to
on
like
him.
let a loose one.
The piss was like almost worse.
Yeah,
Like it was a lot.
It was a whole
It
lot.
was squirty, nigga.
It
She
almost
cummed on a nigga. God bless.
It almost seems as if that is her shtick because she probably held back a lot of
That
water
was like some David
in order
Blaine
to
shit,
do it.
man. Like she
On
drunk
the
a couple
spot. She did
gallons
it on the
before.
spot, man.
Yeah, like some David Blaine, nigga. Like when David Blaine goes
swear
on
to
David
God.
and just spits
Yo.
water out
I've
his
never
mouth.
seen niggas piss so much
She's
in my
David
life.
Blaine, nigga, through her pussy.
Nigga.
That's some David
Get
Blaine
a
shit.
bucket of fucking water, nigga, and that's the bitch's piss. How? How?
Bro, the street was strong.
Nigga, how?
I could
Like smacking his face.
I could have swore
You put a hose in a nigga,
I could
bro.
have swore you could hear it through the fucking mic, nigga.
Oh,
That was one of the craziest things I've seen in my
That
life.
shit was
That was one of
crazy.
the craziest things I've seen
she
in
was
my life.
I
confident
was
too.
upset that you said that.
Yeah.
Oh my
Bro.
god. No.
That nigga was looking right up her vagina. That's crazy. Oh my god. Must have smelled like hell after performing, nigga.
Imagine
She's
being
out
in
there
that
on
crowd.
stage.
That's a hell of a show. How much you gotta pay for that ticket? That's an expensive ticket, nigga.
That's $350, nigga. That's $350, nigga.
That's crazy. Nigga.
$450 if you want the special.
Like front row must have got, like some
Yesterday's
some
price
afterwash.
is not
like,
today's
like
price.
a little sprinkle.
God.
Oof, the band in the back. They must be used to it.
Bro.
Here we
Stacy's
go
out here
again.
pissing on niggas
They
again.
might get peed on before the
Yeah.
event.
Little
Oof.
practice rounds,
Oh, my
rehearsals. They gotta rehearse that shit. I don't know,
Oh,
man.
God.
That was the craziest shit I've seen at a
Yeah.
concert, and I wasn't even there. I wouldn't want to be there.
But that's my thing. This girl gets away with it. Travis Scott. And also,
She's white.
Yeah,
That white
I don't
privilege,
know,
man.
dog. I don't know. She look kind of like Gina. Listen, my thing is this, man. Hip hop. I think people are just waiting to tear down the biggest artists in hip hop. I think that's a thing too.
That could be a thing.
Given that this is a tragic event, but I don't think the sole responsibility and the defamation of character now that Travis Scott is getting
Yeah,
because of this, you know what I'm saying?
Necessarily.
It's not necessary. I don't think so. God bless is a
Yeah.
tragic event. People need to be held liable and responsible.
Yeah.
But the defamation of character
it's
for
overkill.
Travis Scott is overkill.
Overkill. Rest in
Yeah.
peace to the fallen, and prayers to Travis. And I hope his team figures something out, man. We're gonna keep giving you guys updates because this is not ending anytime
And also,
soon.
how much is this weighing on this man's mental?
Oh my god,
We talk about mental.
He does care about his fans.
mental health and mental
Oh, yeah.
blah blah blah,
I'll tell you
and,
that much.
and you're crucifying this man in a moment of
Bro.
tragedy.
Yo,
He's not out here in the
people
crowd
keep going
inciting
with the memes,
violence.
Too.
Yeah.
The memes are crazy.
What'd you say?
Oh my
Evan?
God,
They
The
keep
memes?
going with the memes.
Oh
like,
yeah,
Oh,
you
the
know,
memes
it's
are
not
crazy.
I'm
My
not.
God.
I didn't
Let's
want-
not get
I haven't
into
seen
it.
one.
They'd be like after taking a shit, and then they put like the him
Yeah,
like his video in
let's
black and
let's
white.
not get into it, bro.
That's scripted. That someone had a script for it.
Oh, my
Oh my god.
That's the
Let's
internet,
not
man.
get into it.
They've
Oh my
literally
God.
like made fun of everything this year.
They said that we scripted our shit when we crying at Tentacion, so imagine.
Yeah.
Vulnerable
Actor.
moment in my life.
Yeah.
Let's get an
Trying
Emmy.
to get
Even
views.
leave that shit up on YouTube right now.
Give us an Emmy,
Niggas
guys.
look crazy.
Give us a YouTube Emmy for that acting if that was the case.
Yes.
Jesus Christ, I want to reenact that one if it was that easy.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Let's get the views up.
We
again.
all went to Yale, nigga, for 17 years.
My God.
Jesus Christ, but man, moving on. We do have breaking news, or not breaking news, but it's major news.
It has to be about girls. You're so excited.
No. Well, these guys sometimes make me feel like a girl. Drake and
Oh,
Kanye have officially ended their beef.
Have they though?
That's what it seems like.
Cause they met one mutual friend, and then
Because they got a middleman.
they got a
Listen.
middleman.
So, for those who don't know, J Prince is
Who is J Prince?
basically the Grim Reaper in the world of music. J Prince.
Nigga, that's
Damn.
DJ drama, nigga. Let's
Yo.
be real.
Nah, do the drama just a bag of I don't know.
Say cigarettes?
A bag of classic mixtapes. That's what he is.
Oh,
He's
God.
Listen,
He's part of the backdrop.
J Prince, man, has allegedly killed a lot of people behind the scenes.
Oh God.
And he's
fuck?
he's the guy that we can't even talk about him. Like it's just
shouldn't.
scary.
We
The
shouldn't.
ghost of J Prince is
But it's
gonna
all
come
alleged.
after us.
It's all alleged. But he's definitely the go-to guy. Every major city that has a lot of like gang history, drug history, street history has like a major like guy, like an
Front
OG,
man.
almost like the guy you gotta go to if you
He's
want
like
to do
he's
some
like
shit.
the bounty hunter.
He's bigger, man. He's like the bounty hunter
This
without the
nigga
racism.
dog. He's
Without
dog.
the racism. Without the racism, and yeah, the OG.
Shout out Beth. Fuck.
Rest in peace,
passing
Beth.
away.
God damn.
God.
Fuck.
Why you laugh?
It's sad, nigga.
tragic,
It's how
bro.
we deal with fucking the emotional shit.
But J Prince, man, he's the face of Texas. It's crazy. It's fucking crazy. He went on Joe Rogan.
Nigga, what circle? Nigga, what circle is that nigga the face of Texas?
Listen, he went on Joe Rogan, and,
Right.
and it's almost like Joe Rogan needed the green pass to like even live in Austin. Like that whole interview was crazy. Like Joe Rogan had this whole heavy intimidation factor on him when interviewing J Prince. But J Prince was very close to Larry Hoover, who created the GDs, Gangster Disciples, out of Chicago. Gangsters listening, correct me in the comments. And
I'm not sure them niggas comment. I don't know if guys
They
that
might pull up to
niggas
your
are signed
crib.
in.
they're
and
gonna
their
throw
YouTube
rock in our
account.
window with
They
notes.
gonna pull up at
Like
you.
the fucking Nazis did it back in the day. God bless. But J Prince was
Get dark real
close
quick, get
to
dark real
Larry
quick.
Hoover, and as a favor, but without it necessarily being like an intentional favor, like he always showed love to Kanye whenever he would go on his Free Larry Hoover rants. When he went on it, he literally went to the White House and fucking told Trump to his face, like, we got to free Larry Hoover. Like, that was one of his, if not the main goal during meeting with Trump, was like trying to get Larry Hoover out of jail, right? Because Larry Hoover's been in jail for a couple decades already at this point. And his son has also had a campaign, Larry Hoover Jr., on freeing his father. So he's been with Kanye a lot, hanging out, right? Because Kanye is like the face of, Chicago, but we have Larry Hoover as the face of the streets of Chicago. And one of the things they always think about, all this violence that's happening in Chicago, there's fucking deaths every day. There's Chirac. Literally, people know this. Everyone knows this. So they think like an OG like him being freed and being a part of the reform might put all these young niggas in line, right? It could be. We shall see if it happens. So they want to free Larry Hoover. And one thing that they think will lead towards the freedom of him, and maybe the president actually wanting to do it, I'm not sure how they would do it if it's not without the president. It's kind of impossible. But they want to do a concert. So it's going to be Drake and Kanye West December 7th in California. Sort of like a benefit concert. And the message is free Larry Hoover. And Kanye put up a video. You might have to pull it up, Mar. Put it up behind us. Kanye did a video that a lot of people are saying it's a hostage situation.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
Very bad quality.
Yeah.
Outfits
which
are kind of all right.
There's two. There's the one, the second one.
The one with the white wall behind them. So they met up so Kanye did Sunday service in a Houston church.
Yeah.
And then J Prince was just there. They weren't planning on meeting or nothing. So J Prince put him aside and it was like, yo, you gotta end this beef with Drake, my little homie, because J Prince discovered Drake basically. His son was the guy that was putting the money behind Drake's career early on. Probably the reason Drake had those $5,000 a month or whatever he was saying to get the Rolls Royce was coming out of the J Prince Rap-A-Lot camp. And then eventually,
And the Houston connection. All that.
and then his father with the Memphis, the South, the middle, what do you call it, the South out there, connections.
There's no video here.
No, just search it, like on Google. There's no video?
Okay.
Yeah. The J Prince.
J
You know which video I'm
Prince
talking
and
about, right?
Kanye
The one that went
West.
viral of J Prince and Kanye West next to each other.
Kanye has like a phone in his hands talking, reading
from
some
a phone,
shit.
a script.
Looking crazy.
So J Prince, and I said this shit, I swear to God, I think I even said it in a reaction years ago, whenever it was. I was like, yo, I had a feeling, but it was almost like a joke. I was like, the only person that could end the beef between Drake and Kanye would probably be J Prince. Because J Prince, like anything he says, like Drake just does. Because there's so much respect there, like it's crazy.
Here we go with the hostage situation.
Oh my God. Full screen, please, Mar, and put volume loud. Yeah, so this is really crazy, guys.
Squarespace lets you run your brand like a
this
business
happened, right?
with
And I'm gonna
e-commerce
talk about what happened. Probably 24 hours later.
I'm making this video
Put the volume up on the YouTube video.
going back and forth between myself and Drake.
On
Both
the
me
YouTube
and
video,
Drake
like on the
have taken shots at each other.
on the cursor,
It's time to
hover
put it to
over,
rest.
put it up.
I'm asking Drake on December 7th to join me on stage as a special guest and share the two biggest albums of the year, live in Los Angeles, with the ultimate purpose being to free Larry Hoover. I believe this event will
Prince is
not
not
only bring awareness to our cause, but prove to people everywhere how much more we can accomplish when we lay our pride to the side and come together.
Doing it right, yes.
This is J Prince.
Best part's the ending. Listen to that.
I'm making this video to address the ongoing back and forth between myself and Drake. Both me and Drake have taken shots at each other, and it's time to put it to rest. I'm asking Drake on December 7th to join me on stage as a special guest and share the two biggest albums of the year,
twice?
live in Los Angeles, with the ultimate
beautiful, J.
purpose
Prince?
being to free Larry Hoover.
I think
I believe this event will not only bring awareness to our cause,
Like, that's how you do it, like,
but
as if
prove
the
to
two takes
people
some shit.
everywhere how much more we can accomplish when we lay our pride to the side and come together.
Beautiful. That beautiful alone confirmed to me what was happening in that situation, And 2 days later, we have. Can you search up Marloon on YouTube or on Google? Actually, a photo of Larry Hoover Jr., J Prince, and Drake. They have officially met up. Drake has not yet released his version of this video. We might get that soon. I don't know what's gonna happen there.
All Drake got to do is put up a kissy face photo.
I hope Drake does not do that. That would be crazy. It would have to be like with Kanye, at least high quality. Right there, top left. Right there, boom. Larry Hoover Jr., and J Prince. Look at J Prince's finger. Look at J.
Oh
Prince's
shit, that's a threat.
That's a gun.
That's a threat.
That's a gun. That's a gun.
That's a threat, nigga.
Who does that?
That's a threat.
Bosses do that shit.
That's some cowboy shit. You know, boy.
You know, look
Oh
at
my
Drake's
God.
thumbs, pale. He's scared for his life. Look at his thumbs, paling.
Yeah, them pins cut in the circulation.
Woo!
of the pins.
Woo! And Larry Hoover's Jr. looking stressed. Like, finally, I got this shit done. Because my father needs to come out of jail. I think he might either come out of jail or these motherfuckers just are never going to beef again.
Fuck.
Either or is going to happen. But here we have it. So everything's leading up to now. It seems as if the Drake and Kanye beef is ending. We have until, what, like 20 more days until the 7th of December? So we'll keep you
Batman
guys
has 20 more
updated.
days to get this done.
Yo.
If not, the
If
Joker's
this happens-
taking over Gotham.
Talk about a very awkward rehearsal, dress rehearsal.
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
Hey, buddy.
You ready for tonight? You know, better not fuck around. You gotta do what I tell you to do, motherfucker.
Never
Prince.
sell foot in Texas again, now, boy.
You know.
God damn.
So we'll keep you guys updated
The
on
powers
that.
that be are working.
Yeah. I say that, but not very confidently. I think it's gonna happen, but I don't know if it's gonna really happen. This is something that, at the end of the day,
I don't think it's.
grown man
know.
business, I guess. But
Personal, bro. It's not.
I didn't think it was a
but
street
that's
level.
the thing. I think that these are not even street. Like, this
I
is not
can,
even street.
I
no
can
more. This is
imagine
business,
J Prince
business.
coming and giving the proposal to Drake and him being like, "Geez, Louise, I don't know." You know what I'm saying? Like,
Drake took a sip of wine, smacked his lips.
"Geez, Louise."
they did reveal my son to the world. They did reveal my son.
Yes, they did. Remember Pusha T.
Yes, Drake, but
he's
you
signed
weren't
under
supposed to
Kanye.
hide that child. You weren't supposed to hide that
I
child.
know he's white, but you
And I
gotta
love
love
that
him.
child.
I love that little
I'm his
nigga,
godfather.
bro.
Anything for you, man. Whole time, J Prince had a pistol to Drake's head. Right there. Like the nigga was about to just rob him.
Chubbs can't do shit. Chubbs can't
Chubbs
do shit.
can't do shit. That's when
Chubbs
Chubbs
can't do shit.
That's when Chubbs goes home.
Chubbs, get the fuck out the room. I'm talking to Drake now,
Baka.
boy.
Nothing.
Baka's in London.
Baka gotta go
He's
home.
outta here.
Gotta go to a different country.
Yes.
But that shit gets
But
real,
him
man.
and Drake,
Yeah, so that's crazy, man. It's all fun and games, but obviously until somebody
gets killed.
Yeah.
Until somebody gets killed.
So I think maybe that's what they're preventing. I don't think it was going really towards that way, because that would have been very sad.
Oh my god.
That would imagine it, because
Nobody's gonna get killed.
Imagine Drake killing
niggas just
Kanye.
want to make more money.
Yeah.
That's really it.
Imagine Kanye killing Drake. I feel like Kanye probably would kill Drake before Drake would kill Kanye.
And it'll be-
But then Drake would go.
he's a-
Drake moves slick. Like he might have.
What's the evidence?
He might have already poisoned him.
Whoa,
And
God.
Like 6 months later, it hits him.
Mm.
Like he just passes out.
Yeah. Drake's the
This
old,
type of
the
shit
old
Drake
man
would
from
do.
Drake's the old man from Squid Games. Drake's
a
the old
slick
man
guy.
from Squid Games.
So let's not get ahead of
He's
ourselves.
running the whole
Oh
show.
my god.
He's playing a part of it because he wants to. It's
Might have already
fun.
killed Kanye.
He killed the relationship. He killed the relationship without even like having sex with the woman. He just
Yeah.
like, subliminally talked about it.
He put some sprinkled some ego, and then
The relationship said bye bye.
because
it's Drake.
the timing is crazy.
Nick Cannon on the other side, his whole life is fucked up because of Drake. I'm just talking.
Oh man, but yeah. Speaking of Kanye, he did do the part 2 that we discussed last week of Drink Champs is officially out. There's an actual part 2 that dropped.
First time
Overall,
in history.
man,
Oh,
hour and a half.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
So it technically would be a 4 hour and a half interview in total. Jesus Christ.
that they gave us. That shit might have been longer.
I know, right? Probably 5 hours of footage. They chopped it down. There was a lot of little cuts still in the first one. We do have Larry Hoover Jr. joining episode 2, part 2, discussing the Free Larry Hoover, and Kanye coincidentally could discuss a little bit of the concert, like randomly. Like Nori didn't even really kind of catch it when he said it, but he was like, "Oh, that's why we're trying to do this Drake concert with Drake, the Free Larry Hoover, blah blah blah." And it was almost like, "Oh shit, this is all like strategized. Like this is kind of maybe planned, or maybe the Larry Hoover video was recorded before the interview."
It definitely makes sense.
Something's going on. It will also reveal
even
to
to
me,
book a concert, you got to make sure this nigga's free. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's
you got to make sure niggas is available
December
to even talk about something
yeah
months ahead.
So
I'm telling you, man, all of this shit, we're seeing it now, but this shit's been happening behind fucking
most
doors
definitely.
for a while.
yeah, but a couple highlights from the second part of the interview.
That
You wanna
nigga
say
had-
something?
Did nigga have a hat on? Kanye had a hat on?
He had a hat on,
Yeah.
so we couldn't see. That was
Yeah.
what was gonna reveal it for me. The
Yeah.
timing is crazy.
Yeah.
The haircut, because if you would have saw the nigga fucked up, we'd be like, oh, you can't really tell with the hat and the outfit. He's been wearing that for like a year. The Balenciaga black. So this could have been last year. This could have been in fucking January. We don't know when that shit was recorded, and the quality doesn't help.
Man, these niggas is playing.
Shit was filmed with a
There's
potato.
some dark shit happening.
They're
behind the
taking our
scenes.
money. That's what they're doing.
Oh yeah.
That better be a free concert. Imagine you gotta pay. Well, how much you gotta pay? Nah, that would be too much. You have to charge $500 to see Drake and Kanye, and then maybe like
Yesterday's
a on
price
stage
And then
accidentally.
It's
buy,
not
you have to buy a
today's
t-shirt,
price.
you're gonna resell it.
Yo, that's gonna be like $1,000 ticket. It has to be a free show. It's either free or $1,000. And how big is it gonna be? They didn't say
Only
the venue
1,000
yet.
niggas.
Bro, it's Drake and Kanye.
Yeah, but that's why I said like,
They might burn that building down
that
if
should
they
be a
want to get
verse.
And
inside.
y'all thought the Travis shit was crazy. Imagine that.
that would have to be a versus though. They could might as well do the verses.
You know how much security you have to have? I mean, like a SWAT team.
You would have to have all because you know
That-
Kanye's gonna come with the GDs. They don't
Oh,
let the GDs
God.
at the door. They gonna come with all the
God.
GDs. They'll be up in there deep. The
And
GDs.
then Lil Durk's gonna come in tight.
They might just like
album because
have a big ass screen and then performing from wherever the fuck they're at.
like Chief Keef does.
Chief Keef does that shit.
Yeah, because he
I
can't go to
ain't
Chicago.
Oh.
Chance
He
the
has to-
Rapper's gonna have
he
to
has to
get his
perform on
best.
screen.
Best gonna have to be his best dressed that day.
Oh
Get
God,
the polo shirt, the new polo
the
shirt,
new polo
the
shirt.
new
It
Gucci
just
belt,
came out
the new Gucci belt.
with the hat
Ooh.
and some blue jeans.
4. He's
No
gonna
matter
reveal-
what color.
He's gonna reveal the 4 hat. The 4 hat finally. New number, guys. Or he might just double it up. 33. 33 parallels of the universe. What? Go home. Go home, Chance. You know. I used to like you, nigga.
Diablo, get that nigga some costume. That nigga's dying. The fuck was that?
Yo.
Imagine my child making that noise, nigga.
He must smoke too much cigarettes. He's gotta quit the cigarettes.
Nigga, that was my child. I'd be very scared for him. That nigga got no future. That nigga,
It's him gasping for air whenever he's screaming.
nigga, imagine that nigga 17 years old with a dinner table. That nigga just starts making that noise.
Oh my god. Yo.
Nigga, do your homework. Nigga, do your homework. Shut up.
I linked the clip.
We gotta fucking.
Which one?
So the Kanye OnlyFans. So Kanye spoke about. There's a couple of highlights from the interview. Some little funny shit. The interview definitely part 1 is like by a landslide way better, but part 2 is whatever. But here this was part 2. Little highlight.
Whatever they do,
Can I make it bigger?
Yeah, you should be able to. Right there.
on OnlyFans, because I get my OnlyFans off of Reddit. I bootleg the OnlyFans. I don't. So whatever they do.
Noriega was like sad.
Yeah, after Nori was like, you could do that, blah, blah, blah. So Kanye, this was what revealed to me, like, some people, everyone was like, oh, it's funny, but to me, I looked at it deeper, I'm like, damn.
Oh, here we go.
Motherfucker.
Nigga, what? What's so deep about that?
He literally be on his phone.
attacked. He's like, fuck, I pay for this shit.
No. The opposite. I related.
Oh,
my God.
Kanye Jr.
So this is a thing online where you can get a lot of things, like people
What
put
shit-
it on
what shit
Reddit
getting off
illegally,
Reddit, bro?
like, because Reddit is almost like a black market. Like, it's hard for something to be banned on Reddit. So
I've been
people
trying to
will
find
put up-
masterclass on Reddit.
Yeah,
I
you
can't
can
find
a
it.
lot of- you
Can
find a lot of
somebody send me
ebooks.
masterclass on? Okay, if you have ebooks
Yeah.
and masterclass links, can you please send
Yeah,
that
you
through?
can
I
find a
don't
lot
know.
of shit on Reddit. Yeah,
Send it to complexadmission41@gmail.com, please.
yeah. There's a sneaky way to go about it.
I'm not good at that stuff.
Yeah, it's a little.
You,
you gotta know.
you have to know how to work Reddit.
That's my
Yeah,
thing.
It's
Yeah.
weird.
That's my
but
thing.
But it works for what you want it to work for. And Kanye makes it work for the OnlyFans. So a lot of people's OnlyFans leaked, I think it's like a year ago or so. But aside from that, a lot of people just leak them still, like the new OnlyFans. And you can find them on Reddit. So Kanye was talking about OnlyFans, blah, blah. But then, to be funny, but then serious, he was like, he corrected himself. But I don't pay for OnlyFans. I get my OnlyFans off Reddit, blah, blah, blah. And he started laughing himself. But it's like, whoa.
He has a very awkward laugh.
You're aside from that is also like you have the money to pay, but it's like okay, but then you know about this shit. Like you must be really on here, like on
Yeah.
Twitter. Like you must
But
be.
what he say?
updating.
What he say? Niggas be horny.
So
So-
that men are always
Yeah.
horny,
My
something
thing
like
is that you're a famous ass nigga, bro. and you're probably looking at bitches you're friends with.
Yo.
This nigga's excited. Oh my
I'm trying
god!
to think who's this nigga looking at?
This nigga, put the camera one. This nigga on like this.
I'm trying to think what's going on here.
What's
Going on here with this situation? It's interesting. Let's move on to the next little point from the interview. So another dope topic.
That nigga's laptop must be oof.
Jesus Christ, so many viruses. He spoke on cancel culture. And he did like a little quick rant. If you can press it, Marloon. It's in the notes. It's another Twitter video. And I thought it was dope. He kind of low key went off.
Y'all just wait till someone ain't affecting the stock and y'all just take them out one by one to impose fear on anybody with freedom of thought. Well, I smack the shit out you when I see. Don't tell me what the fuck to do ever in your life, boy. None of y'all Hollywood plant-ass niggas tell none of us what we do. This our culture now. It's up. You can't cancel none of us. It's up, boy. And all of y'all scared niggas that's running around doing what these Hollywood niggas telling you to do, fuck y'all, man. It's up. Y'all either is about our culture that we grew up about, or you about yourself. Selfish, scared-ass house niggas. So they canceling what? Oh, no.
He's terrified. He's terrified.
You talking to me?
No. Jay-Z
you
will
can't cancel shit.
Jay-Z will literally
Whatever you
cancel the
say.
show, nigga. I'm not gonna say that.
Whatever you say is your way, Kanye.
Holy shit. You scared house niggas. Well, nigga, listen, you're worth a couple billion. So
Yo. Yeah, there's definitely some privilege there.
and that's hypocritical of him to say.
Yeah.
There was a lot of hypocritical points for him there.
Yeah.
He talked about the culture and how there shouldn't be an idea of the culture in the first place. I remember this fucking clearly. Okay, that nigga talked about against the culture and how a mob mentality and all that shit, right?
Yeah.
You remember that era?
Now he's back.
Now he's back to another era.
where he's back on the culture and he's the leader of the culture.
Yeah,
trying to protect the
this
culture.
is our culture. Now we're black, but nigga, you were trying to be white a couple months ago.
Yeah. So that's the thing. So I wish he would stay here, and this is where he's at right now. But we're gonna get probably another situation 6 more months later, probably around summer from him. Another whole spiel and energy. But I do love this right here, where
He
it's
just
like,
adapts to the whatever's happening in the moment type shit.
yeah,
He
'Cause he
seems
does
more
see-
liberated.
yeah, he does.
He seems he's unshackled from the chains.
Yeah.
And maybe
Yeah.
I think a lot of it had to do with the clothing. Like
Mm.
getting this shit off right and making money off of it and
Yeah.
producing and this, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
cause he had, I know that era with
That
the
could be a
sway
thing.
shit, and that was a whole era where he was trying to get involved
oh yeah,
at a serious level, and
He
had
didn't
to
have
go,
the respect there.
He
From
didn't have the respect, and
bigger
especially
ups.
from the white people.
Yeah, and
You know
now
what
he
I'm
does
saying?
by default. You
From these
can't-
houses,
you
these
cannot,
fashion houses.
Yeah.
you cannot not mention
Yeah.
him. You know, at this point, the motherfucker.
So now he did it, and now he's autonomous, and that's
Yeah.
fantastic. You get to a point where, you know, like Kanye now, you're
Yeah.
autonomous, and you can say fuck everything.
yeah,
But to get to there, you had to
yeah,
go through. Okay, yes, sir, yes,
Yeah.
yes,
yeah.
Yes,
and I like that because
you
it's
know,
definitely
it's tough.
talking about this topic is like I do agree where it's like, yeah, man, people can get canceled, right? But I do think if you care about being canceled, you're gonna be canceled. But like if you really don't give a fuck and you go about it the right way, you could escape that. You can like go through these fucking opinions and all this shit that happens online, the Twitter shit. But then there's ways that you try to go about it and you could fuck up. And a lot of people are going through right now, the French Montanas, etc., where it's like they're just a constant L and shit. You would have to have a Kanye level of confidence to be like how he still is. Like he literally said
Yeah.
in part 1, he was like talking about the red hat. And I think he discussed it a bit here, where he was like, "Yeah, Jay-Z tried to correct me, but that's why I argued with Jay. Like, that's my shit. That's why I was on. I was on that energy. Like, you can't blah 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 come against me, this and that." So he does have a heightened level of confidence, but only one person could be Kanye. That's the thing.
And it's almost delusional. It's almost delusional.
It's hard to be that all the time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. It's almost delusional, but
Yeah.
you know he's been able to work with it. God bless.
He came back at Talib Kweli. He said that
Oh my God, again.
Not
he's.
again.
I'm sorry to the backpack community. This was a Kanye West announcement. I'm sorry to the backpack community due to the fact that I was from the streets, but I have never killed anybody. It was just easier for me to pose as a backpacker. But I actually love street niggas, and I don't really listen to backpack music like that. I listen to Cash Money, Jay-Z, and now I listen to Little Baby. I apologize again to Kweli. I'm sorry. I never fucked with your raps. So This is like, whoa.
But that's why would he say that? Like, I don't like that was that's how,
Whoa.
isn't that how you started? Like,
Yes, but then now he's trying to reveal, I guess, to the people, because I guess also Larry Hoover Jr. was there, and he was trying to like break down to Nori, like, because Nori was trying to understand like his connections to the GDs and everything, and he was like, no, but I'm a street nigga, basically.
oh yeah. So when you were in
That's
China
crazy.
and when you visited Italy when you were a fucking teenager and you stayed in China for a long time and shit.
Yo.
Yeah, you were real deal, huh?
He would have to get Nori. I'm
Real deal on the
surprised. In it, but I'm
GDs.
not really surprised.
Fuck
Nori
outta
was
here.
intimidated a lot the whole time.
Man,
It's a lot of
I'll
ego to
smack
deal with.
that nigga Kanye, man. I swear to God, man. Get out of here, nigga. What's good? Now you're at the age of
Listen.
autonomy and you think you could say fuck Kweli? No, nigga, it's not fuck Kweli now.
Kweli posted the day
That's
after
corny,
a
dog.
bunch of people that
That
the
made me
ghostwriters, like Kanye's ghostwriters. He just put like Kanye West Ghostwriter University, some shit like that, and it was just
Oh
photos
my
of like him
God.
and other people,
Wow.
just kind of reminding people like, you know, we were a part of your beginning no matter what. Like, I guess, or like, you can say you faked backpack rapping, but hey, you are in one of the biggest faces of that. The pink polo and that whole era,
Literally with backpacks on.
backpack rapper
Literally.
was like, that was Kanye West.
Even Drake said that shit.
Yeah.
Like Kanye, but the polo with the backpack, some shit like
Yeah,
that.
everyone, bro. That was the iconic thing.
That's
so for him to come out and
corny
say
me,
that
dog.
now
That's
is
so
like,
corny to me.
bro, come on.
That's so corny to me.
You might have
dog.
street connections, but like you were, I don't think you were.
Don't we all? If you're
a
from the
street
city, nigga, you have street connections, nigga.
Yeah.
No. I don't
So
wanna
he
hear
posed
it.
as a backpacker.
No. You posed
Shocking
as
to
a
all the Kanye
backpacker
West
in an
fans.
era where that's not even cool.
Yeah.
And you were literally getting come at because nigga were saying you're from the suburbs
Yeah.
and this and that. You're so now, oh no, I was opposed. I
Yeah.
suffered through all that time in my life because I knew it was gonna work out in the end.
Yeah.
Because it was counterculture. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I took it with a grain of salt. It's entertaining. He was smiling a lot of this stuff, but at the end of the day, it's like if I take this serious and I'm gonna be like, okay, so everything going forward, I'm gonna look at him like, oh, so this is a street nigga that wasn't really a backpacker. But then he's gonna go back into the backpack world, and it's like, damn, wait, so you're not a backpacker? It's weird, bro.
Where's religion coming? It seems like that nigga forgot about though. You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy how he didn't mention it at all in his
I know,
interview.
right? What's going on? Was
Not
that
once.
also him posing?
Not once. He didn't. I'm trying to think. He
He
didn't mention
did
it
like
once,
little
did he?
things like him still like reminding people, like for example, he said bitches or some shit like that. And he's like, Lord forgive me, blah blah blah, some shit. like that.
No.
Oh yeah,
But
and
it's
then, like
like-
the swears. I did like how he
Yeah.
broke down that he didn't want to swear down because his kids and stuff, and he wants people's kids to like listen to it, which I liked. I was like, okay, that's dope because yeah, that makes sense. But
Like
He
when
didn't
you
say,
like
like,
when
it
you
was
mute out
religious.
nigga, like we didn't tell it
Yeah.
was nigga.
he didn't say like it was religious. I thought it was religious because obviously you coming off Jesus is King. I'm gonna think like, okay, you're not swearing on here because like it's religious. But he said it was just for the kids' purpose and like to be more universal.
Yeah.
But I wonder
I don't
what's
know.
going on
his
with
his
this
hypocrisy
situation.
is really getting me tight
Sunday service is definitely still happening. Like it happened. What's today?
because
Today. It happened today.
it's profitable.
It happened today at 3 p.m. At 3 p.m. it happened today again with the kids again.
I'm almost looking at this guy like that Talib Kweli comment really makes me
Fuck with you.
It fuck with me, man. I swear to God.
Listen,
Because he's going against his whole conception. Why would you do that?
Yeah.
Why
Yeah.
I don't understand. Like, why you? I don't know
It's
this man's
Kanye,
life.
man.
He needs
Yeah.
a better He needs an interview of his early life, like a 60 minutes with Kanye. 60 minutes with Kanye West, because we need to really figure out were you,
it's confusing. It's confusing. But going on to another confusing breaking news. If you guys are watching us right now, you're watching us on YouTube, and any day now, you're no longer gonna see dislikes. YouTube is now fully removing dislikes, so you can dislike, I guess,
like Instagram.
but now you can't see it. It's only the positive. You can only see the positive, so you're not gonna be able to see like the dislike count. So you can still dislike, but it's not gonna be like, oh, like who went viral? YBN Namir, his song was like mad dislikes, like a
Oh,
million
real.
dislikes.
So-
'Cause it
so
was so
something.
bad. Yeah, so true, so bullshit, some shit, right? So now it's true, it's bullshit. So now we have the likes being removed. So
Oh, man.
I think YBN Namir
haters
is going
gonna be
crazy.
hurting.
I like that. Though.
Haters gonna be
I like
hurting.
it. You know
I'm
why?
mixed on
They
it.
know they hated it, but now people want
now
it.
the mob mentality. We don't have that mob mentality
I'm
to
cool
like.
with it.
So for we can all get mad. A lot of our videos, motherfuckers don't even watch 3 seconds of it. And they're disliking it. Oh, I see so many dislikes. Fuck y'all. Like, bro, like you haven't even watched it.
Yeah.
You saw the title, whatever. You
At the
didn't
end of the
even-
day, just people gonna hate on you regardless. That's just how
and
it
now
goes.
they don't have now they don't have a community where they really can.
Oh no!
Oh, no, the
Fuck you,
support is
hater,
gone.
bitch.
At least you have the comments though. They're
I
gonna be
wish it was,
commenting like
suck
crazy.
my
I wish it was
nuts.
optional though, like how Instagram does it, where it's optional. because YouTube is making it by default across the whole platform. Older videos, new ones, everything is gonna be like by a permanent thing. So it's like, damn, all right, you know. And then it has like the effect where like analytically from a creator, you can check. I'm pretty sure, hopefully, you should be able to still see your count.
No, yes, you
like
can.
a dislike count.
You should.
Yeah,
be.
yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
No, 100%.
Most definitely.
It's like the same way you can see like the amount of people that view you, if they're subscribed or not, shit like that. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
You can.
But I don't know how it works with dislikes, but I know with likes, the more likes you have, the more like
It should show
you'll
up
pop up like on a homepage.
relevance.
So like
Yes.
this video if you're watching, guys, right now, hit the like twice.
Make
But
Kanye watch it.
disliking it, I don't know how it works. So does it make a video like kind of shadow it, like you can't find it? I don't know.
I don't know, because
They would have to kinda
YBN's
break that
fucking video
down.
was everywhere. And that shit had
Yeah.
more dislikes than likes.
So maybe that, I don't know. I'm iffy on it though. I don't know. It's weird, man. We're definitely in a censorship type of culture. Like everything
Yeah.
is like moving towards that. Like it's crazy. And then making it by default, it's like, wow. Like I thought maybe giving
And
it as an option.
The best part about the likes is it allows you to see a video. Let's say you're looking through a tutorial, and the video has a lot of dislikes. It's because the person did it wrong or whatever,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh, I don't even
Right.
have to watch it. 'Cause
That
I
makes
know
sense.
that blah 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 blah. I do understand the idea if you want to display it. I think or like maybe the type of channel. If it's like a tutorial shit, man, I think they have to display. I don't know. You're showing people shit,
Yeah.
and if people are disliking it, dog, is maybe because
You're
you're
almost
doing
hiding
it
Well,
wrong.
the thing is, too,
You're
is
almost
like
hiding
at the
truth.
end
maybe
of the
you're
day,
making people actually search for truth.
Yeah.
And maybe
I
you know what I'm
guess.
saying, like,
At the end
Gotta
of the
read the
day,
comments.
or
it's
you
like,
gotta read the comments.
everyone just does shit differently. So it's like, just everything. The way you do things, the way you think, the way you know, it's like, you never, it's just gonna, people gonna go against whatever the fuck it is if they don't believe in it. You know what I'm
and
saying?
these are
Just
these
that's how it
platforms'
is.
rules too. By the end of the day, you know, that's why I do believe there's gonna be a new era of, but it would probably be a while from now because I haven't seen like anything really that's worthy of it. But like a new era of like new applications and new
Nigga,
like,
metaverse is gonna be
new
insane.
competitors and
That
shit.
new metaverse is gonna be.
That metaverse is crazy. Every time you open up Instagram, it says metaverse now
Oh,
instead of
God.
Facebook. It used to say from Facebook. Now it says from metaverse
For real?
at the bottom. Yeah, or
This
from
is-
Meta.
w-
From
w-
Meta.
Yeah, because of the parent company, right?
From Meta. Yeah.
This
It's
is
a parent
scary.
company.
I don't
Oh,
want
I
to get into
see
it
it.
too
Yeah,
much,
wow,
but it's
that's cool.
scary. It's
Yeah.
scary.
So that's crazy, man.
We're new age, man.
I know I have a feeling that YouTube always has to do a couple adjustments and improvements, but I never would have thought like, oh yeah, like remove the dislikes. Like, okay,
I want to. Yeah.
we'll see what's gonna happen with that.
Bro, I've never really paid attention to that shit.
Maybe it drives up
Ever.
views too, and maybe it drives
It's
up.
something.
I think YouTube is really focused on making money, so I think it drives up more views maybe because people have to see the video, and I think it also advertisements. People have to watch the video more now to see if they like it or dislike it,
Yeah.
and then
Probably it'll probably drive up views more or
and
like
probably
lasting.
it probably creates more like fuel for content creator. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Like, oh, like people are not killing me. I'm gonna just keep on making
Right.
more videos or some shit. I don't know, but it kind of makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
It's interesting. We shall see. But speaking of YouTubers, the king of YouTube, Mr. Beast, is back again. So he has two major highlights this week. So one of them is that he announced that he spent a couple $1 million to build out a Squid Game, like full on like set. So he has everything from Squid Games. He has like the doll, like the green light, red light, green light. He has like the swing set when they did like the carving. He has everything. He has like all the
Wow.
beds.
Wow.
He built out like beds.
Wow.
And he's gonna have
Mm.
500 people compete for his version of Squid Games on YouTube, and it's gonna be probably amongst the most viewed content in the history of YouTube.
absolutely.
Bro, 500 people, 500
Absolutely,
participants. Where the fuck
absolutely.
do I sign up?
Bro.
It has to be all like people from LA or some shit. Like, I hope it's not no fucking actors.
Maybe he's gonna do
You want
like
casting?
like
you want me to talk to
YouTubers.
a couple agents?
I gotta get
see if
involved
the,
in
the,
this.
the it's in the
He
air.
does YouTuber shit. We should hopefully get
Yeah,
an
that'd be
invitation.
dope.
500
That'd be
YouTubers?
hilarious if we got in this
Yo.
bitch. Edling will be
First one
That
out.
would be hilarious.
Fuck! I thought he said red light. It's green light. Run!
Edling cutting the cookie, nigga, cutting the cookie.
And the cookie, what's that?
You
Oh,
gotta
gotta watch
watch it.
Squid
You gotta watch
Game.
it.
I don't have to watch it.
Man.
Yeah.
Watch it tonight. What do you
should
think?
watch
Don't
it.
have
It
to
was
watch
good. I don't think season
Motherfucker.
2 is gonna be good. I don't think season 2 is gonna
Yeah,
be
season
good.
2's coming soon.
I don't think it's gonna be good.
Thing, though. Like, come on, just tell me. This is
Nigga, that's
no,
complicated.
no,
That's
no,
complicated.
no. Look it up on your own time.
You gotta
It's
watch
not Chips
it.
Ahoy. It's not Chips Ahoy. It's not that type of cookie. It's not. No. Look it up on your own time.
I'll do good on that red light, green light game, though.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Has to happen first. Seeing is believing.
Imagine a glass one though. How is it gonna replicate that? I guess it's gonna be like some foam on the bottom.
Yeah.
Some fake shit.
Ooh.
But it's like-
Mr. Beast,
It's
man,
gonna
he's
be
the king
dope.
of YouTube. It's crazy.
Yeah, Mr. Beast goes hard.
And then
He
he
probably,
went
he's
viral
probably
this
is
week
he
for,
partner?
like,
Is he partners with YouTube?
Oh,
Has to be,
100%.
right?
100%. He has like partner content and unpartner content, but he has content up the ass. He has different channels now.
For different languages.
Different languages.
It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Beast in Espanol, and I
I
watched
didn't know
it.
he has like restaurants and shit.
Oh, yeah, he has
like fast food shit.
cheeseburgers.
Yeah.
They weren't good. They were really
mundo
bad.
le gustan
Yeah,
los
like,
hot
I
dogs.
tried a couple. They have them. I'm not sure if they still have them, but they had like a pop up out here in Warwick, I want to say.
Holy shit.
It was only delivery only. You couldn't really pop in and see it.
Oh.
Mr. Beast Burgers. He was making a lot of money, man. But he always makes money. And this is only increasing his revenue doing like different content in different languages. And it's like fully dubbed. Like you watch Mr. Beast in Espanol. I thought it was just gonna be like, okay, they just like do like a generic type of online software that makes it in Spanish. They really hired people to talk just like him. Like, oh no, like with the octaves and
Yeah,
everything, and then they
yeah.
put the words. They re-edited every video and then put the words and everything that they would put in Spanish.
That's fantastic.
I'm like, damn,
That's how it's
this
supposed to be.
motherfucker's taking over the
Bro,
world.
He said it, bro. That he puts
Sensation.
a lot of the money he makes, he puts it back into the video.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's 100%.
If he makes
bro.
$4 million that week or whatever, it goes straight into
Listen,
the next
did
week.
you hear that? If he makes $4 million that week, he reinvests that.
Yeah, man.
The next week should be a
Crazy,
lighter
bro.
week, but he
I
really
love the
invest that
guy.
too.
I love the guy. I'm
That's
not gonna lie.
crazy.
And kids love him like King. My little brother-in-law always watching him. Always watching. Today he was watching him. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. They really have taken over that content creator, and like he has the reaction channel that always gets mad views too, like just reacting to stuff. It's pretty crazy, man. The guy is unstoppable. Let's work together, Mr. Beast. Jesus Christ! At this
You
Honestly.
need to diversify the camp, baby.
diversify
Yo.
the camp. Man. We need some more color in there. Jeez, that's the only thing I would say. Other than that, there's not really much holes in your little trajectory, my friend.
At least niggas is honest.
Yeah. Moving on. Let's get to a couple more serious topics, I guess. But this shit was funny to me. Put up the video, Marloon, on the actual screen behind us. So this gentleman, you guys are I'm pretty sure you're familiar with him.
I'm not at all.
So, really, at all?
Not at all.
So put it full screen and
see
pause it.
snippets of this. I don't know who this is.
So pull the full screen and pause it. So this is Kyle Rittenhouse. Kyle Rittenhouse was during the Jacob Blake Black Lives Matters protest that was going on in Kenosha, Wisconsin. He was a 17-year-old kid, that was shooting people. Remember, he had the rifle and he was walking around and just shot
Holy
and killed two
shit.
guys. You remember that?
Oh
It was like
my
at nighttime. It went viral. It was
Is
at
it
nighttime.
the one where some people went up to him with a gun and people were trying to defend him?
Yeah.
He was walking around with his AR and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah,
This
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
criminal. Let's go.
17-year-old,
What's going on
right?
with this
So he
bitch boy?
shot and killed two men, and there was one that was wounded, and it was at two different locations, but it was there in the midst of the
How
protest.
many
right?
years first? Before we get into the bullshit, how many years?
So old?
No, how many years
probably-
that nigga get?
I don't
Probably
know.
none.
life.
Probably
Electric
just
chair.
probation.
But that's the
Oh,
thing.
God.
So aside from like political aspects, what the most people that have a problem with this, and I have the issue with, is where the handling of him. It's not whether he might have. There's a self-defense type of his lawyer. That's what they're going for.
argument.
Self-defense, right? The argument. He might get away with that. Whatever. Okay, that's not really that. My issue is if this was a black guy, if this was one of us
Oh my god.
Hispanic
going
or
there-
black person.
Oh my god.
with a rifle.
Oh,
His mother dropped him off. He's from Illinois. He's like
Bro,
from a different
he's walking
state and
around in
different
the
town.
street with a rifle.
He's not from there.
That would have
And
been Hispanic or colored person. They would have gotten laid out
He
the
was-
moment
he
they
was-
stepped out that car.
protecting businesses, whatever,
Oh,
blah blah
wow,
blah
he's
blah,
a martyr.
right?
He's a martyr.
And then acting as like a medic. Some people call allegedly
Oh,
him being there, like acting like as
What?
if he's a medic and walking around like,
Wow.
"You guys okay?" Blah blah.
Wow.
After already shooting people
Fucking
and
hero.
acting as if like nothing.
Wow.
And then the video of him going up to the police with the gun and the police not shooting him down or nothing, just like welcoming him in with open arms, like
Yeah.
handling the situation with
Yeah.
ease, as they should. But then if he was black, would you handle it with ease, my
Hell
friends?
no.
99% chance, no.
No.
So,
Get down, nigga. They say get down because you got a toy gun on you.
yeah.
Come on.
So, putting politics aside, this is him about to discuss for the first time on trial, taking a stand, discussing like that actual encounter with the taking out the gun and everything, right? And this is what happens. Play it and put the volume.
And
on.
I was
Good suit.
It's not showing up.
The volume.
Yeah, I can't see it.
cornered from in front of me with Mr. Zeminski. And there were...
Oh. Oh. Oh! Who got the onions in the room? Oh!
Right there.
Oh.
Take a deep breath, pal.
Oh my God.
Take a deep breath.
He hasn't let a single tear out.
Yeah.
Keep going. He's squeezing his eyes hard, though. He's trying to make him come out. Squeeze him harder. Go. Take a shit. Take a crack.
Whatever.
Oh, hell, Hitler.
I've seen
Put your hand
I've
down.
seen bad actors.
Oh.
That's right, run.
He's sneezing and shit. He's fucking malfunctioning. Oh, he's looking at me. What should I do?
Anyway, you can just relax for a
Oh,
minute,
he's
sir.
fucking going crazy.
We're going to take a break about 10 minutes.
Look at the
Please
judge.
don't talk about the case during the break. Read, watch from
So
us.
you see the emotional breakdown there of eight.
I forgot what it's called. And the judge, so before we get into this, the judge, a day later, it went viral. While they were talking, the judge's phone went off. His ringtone was going off. And it was like one of those God bless America, like the same song that Trump used for all his rallies.
You picked it
Trump
up
theme
'cause it
song,
looked
the
cool.
specifically like the American theme song. It went off, and he had to turn his phone off. And he was like,
Oh my.
so everyone's like, oh, okay, we already know what's happening here.
If I'm just wondering, would they take a recess if that motherfucker was black?
Let him cry.
Let him ride out. Let him get the answer out.
They might be like, take your time, son. Keep going.
I thought it looked
bro.
That's the reason, yes.
It resembled Dominic to buy you an AR-15 as opposed to a pistol. Is the only reason was because you felt you couldn't lawfully possess a pistol?
Correct. Hero. I think
But guess
he's a hero.
I don't.
You didn't
Guess
pick
what
out
though?
the AR-15
Yeah.
for any other reason?
Yeah.
That's called jail.
Yeah.
I
Oh
thought
fuck.
Since a youngin been on the block with it.
said,
He had guns since he was like
He brought out the AR. That guy was asking him. He's like, "So you brought out the AR because you thought you couldn't lawfully own a pistol?" He said, "Not for any other reason." So you thought you couldn't lawfully own a pistol?
So you got an AR.
Let me get an AR.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What? Come on, man.
So there's
His
a lot of
mom, you know what his mom did that
stupid.
morning?
Hope you rot in jail.
She drove him there.
No. She not only drove him there, she gave that nigga a blessing.
Oh my god.
thought it looked cool,
May you
but
defend many whites.
So this is so this is my thing. Go, Marlon.
Bro.
Go, Marlon. Go.
Bro.
Like, nigga, what?
Do it. Keep going.
You didn't
Keep
have
going.
it on me?
I did.
Hit it.
Go, keep going.
Like, come on, you look
Is he
stupid.
sucking her
bro.
cock or is he crying? We don't know.
Like, come on, bro.
Listen, and that's my
I'm
thing.
sorry. That's just hilarious,
That right there though is gonna
The
sway.
squeezing your eyes.
bro.
Talk about sway.
Trying to make himself cry.
What the fuck?
He's trying to make himself cry, bro. I don't give a fuck what anybody says.
That's how I looked at it.
Something's going.
Yeah, I looking to the side. That was crazy.
Yeah, he looks to the side, he's like,
Oh,
He's looking for niggas.
are we gonna stop this?
he's like,
You think he's really gonna let me do this shit? Yeah.
We pay you for
Time
it.
out, time out. Like,
Didn't we pay you to stop this one?
Oh,
That's the
man.
cue. Go.
Oh yeah. When I start fake crying,
Yeah.
you pull the plug.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's how I looked at it, man. Because there's people. Oh, he's a young kid. Yes. He might
I
be
never
literally
cr-
scared. If I'm him, I would be scared because you are going to jail.
You're gonna get
I
raped.
hope so.
You're not only gonna get raped by a lot of white men, a lot of black
my
niggas.
And you're
God.
17. You're not even an adult. Well, we might be now, or by the time obviously you go
Oh,
to
yeah,
jail.
because that was a
Hopefully that
that was
nigga's
like-
gay.
But
Oh my god.
he's got to find his,
Because that's
his
what
own
he's.
peace.
That's what he's gonna be gay
Yeah.
for a while. Holy crap!
He's gonna have to find his own peace, man.
Oh, it's solitary confinement.
Because this acting shit,
God bless.
in my opinion, was obviously. I think it was like forced. You might have been emotional, but he's like, let me push it further.
We always watch, like, I watched a bunch of shows, right? Let's say, like, Everybody Hates Chris, right? Or just like anything that we watch, right? And you see somebody like they lose their virginity, like in our culture, and a lot of people, colored people, like we lose our virginity. Your father tells you, you're a man now, right? You think you're a man and go in the streets and have sex. Now you gotta do manly shit. You know what I'm saying? This nigga kill people. That's a manly act.
Yeah.
You walking around with AR-15 and you wanna defend people.
America.
Nigga,
not
stop
accidental
crying like a little boy, bitch.
Yeah.
You gonna get what you gonna get, like a man, nigga.
Yeah.
You wanna defend niggas? You wanna kill niggas?
It's
No,
not
no.
accidental.
Now stop with that crying shit. 'Cause you a man.
You weren't thinking you was a little kid walking around with an AR.
Mama, where you at, mama?
You had big balls that night.
Huge,
Yeah.
nigga. Sacks the size of fuck.
Big ass sacks. So now what's happening to them sacks? Are they deflating?
No.
While right before our eyes and right on trial?
Nope.
What's going on? You know. So
And they gotta let a cat in the room. This nigga's hypoallergenic. Nobody knew this shit. This nigga.
that was crazy though. Very, very, very viral.
I
That shit has
can't
too many
wait
views.
to see the comments on this shit. I want to see y'all defend this motherfucker. Yeah.
Yeah, but there's like a
Honestly.
mix. There's some people even that do defend him is like, oh yeah, the poor kid. But then you have more footage coming
Poor
out, even
kid,
of his
my
mom
ass.
in the stands, where it's almost like literally like as if she's like doing the same thing. Like she noticed the camera was off her, so she kind of got serious or whatever. And then when the camera got kind of back on her, she started like crying a bit more or trying to fake cry.
Oh
So what's going on here? And at the end of the day, we're
Family
not gonna act
demons.
like you motherfuckers haven't seen these legal shows and watched these fucking movies. And just legally, from a standpoint, at the end of the day, he killed people. That's facts. But what can deter facts and what has deterred facts a lot of times in trials and cases? The jury. So if the jury sees you crying, you might get a sympathy card. And it might be just one person enough that makes it an even playing field or odd playing field for you to actually win the case. So
He's a little boy.
they're not. You come on. Do you think they didn't tell him cry? That would actually help your case if you cry. Can you cry? Can
course.
you cry? Let's cry.
Of course.
Who was in the jury?
Allegedly.
Who is in the jury?
Who's in the jury?
Fucking 15 black niggas.
I don't
Oh my
know.
god, I would
I
love
doubt
that
it.
shit.
I doubt. I
No,
know
hell
the
no. Hell
Ahmaud
no.
Arbery
Probably a
jury
bunch of
is horrible.
gringos.
Like they
Hell
only have
yeah.
like 1 or 2 black people and everyone else is white.
Fucking
It's not
trash.
even at
So
all.
it's 2 against
Ridiculous.
13.
But that's how it always is with jury, man. There's some bullshit, man. We know what happens behind the scenes.
Yeah.
But we'll keep you, I guess. I think, if I'm not correct, I might stand corrected, but on tomorrow, there's going to be the last final words of this trial, so we might get a actual decision. I hope he still goes to jail for a very long time.
And I never wish that upon anybody, but man, it's just you see
Man.
the cynicism and the
Yeah. If we want to have equal life, equal
No, 100%
Let's-
equality,
come
bro.
on.
You're going to fucking jail.
Because if he was
Yeah.
black,
You're
what's
going
gonna
to
happen
fucking
him?
jail. If you was black, anything else but white, you probably would have
Yeah.
gotten laid out.
nigga,
Exactly.
you would have gotten laid out with the
You
idea.
would have gotten
Whoa.
laid out.
The idea.
Somebody told me you had a gun.
Yep.
You go down now.
Yeah.
On your knees.
Yeah.
Nigga.
You
with
would
the
have gotten
idea
laid
of
out.
it.
You would have gotten laid out, bro.
Yeah. They should put the for Kyle Rittenhouse after that. They got to put the Soulja Boy clip. I'm an actor now. I got casted because Kyle Rittenhouse will get casted after that. They gonna put him in something, bro. His face is now, and that's unfortunate. Rest in peace of Jacob Blake. His face and his name is now bigger than the person that unfortunately was killed by police, and now we have him. Like that was the point of that whole rally at night, and now
Right.
people are talking about Kyle Rittenhouse more than
him.
Jacob Blake.
Yeah.
Like that's fucking dumb. That's fucking dumb, man. Rest in peace to him. Moving on. We were gonna talk about this last week. We're gonna talk about it this week. You said well, I saw you got the book. Did you end up reading it? Obviously not fully, probably not. The Will Smith book. So Will Smith has a lot of what do you call it? Fucking viral moments or everything that's happening from this very controversial book.
Baggage.
But then a lot of people giving it amazing reviews, calling it amongst the best, if not the best, memoir. Oprah said it. That's the best memoir she's ever, what'd she say, read in her life? Or
read.
the greatest memoir she ever read in her life? Or
The
seen in
best
her life?
memoir she's ever read.
So,
Because of the balance.
so Oprah.
Narrative.
She's Mrs.
story.
Book. She's Mrs. like Oprah's
She's
book
book club.
club is something out of this world. If you guys didn't know.
I didn't.
Yeah, so now you know Mar. Get some books from her book club.
Man,
I'm
if,
good.
no,
I'm good.
100%. If
Bro,
it's like
what?
giving, is like giving your CD to is it Jay Z?
Yeah.
Swear to God.
I swear to
Yeah,
God.
swear to
She
God.
can keep them books.
Yo,
Niggas is making millions and millions off them books.
I
nigga.
know. No, I respect it, bro. I
Publishing
I
or whatever
don't-
you call
I
it,
just
books
don't-
is
I just
crazy.
don't
I
like
don't even
reading.
know. We gotta start writing some books.
I just don't like reading.
But Will Smith, the highest, the biggest topic so far, as always, because they have one of the most notorious relationships in history of relationships, Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith. Starting off, there's 2 big topics. One of them, put the link up when you can, Marlon, behind us, is them having an actual open relationship. So they discussed where they've always had a weird dynamic, and starting off the relationship how it was is definitely not how it is
Entanglements.
now. Say it again?
Entanglements.
Oh yes, entanglements. Let's not forget about that, Mr. August Osina. How are you doing, August? I hope everything is well.
We talked about you last week. We hope you're tuning in again.
I hope you're tuning in, August. We're praying for you, really, really genuinely.
Love you, man.
Zoom in, if possible. So they spoke about one spicy topic right here. We drank every day. We had sex multiple times a day for 4 months straight.
Jesus.
This was what I believe when the early days of when they actually got together. So they
Damn,
had the
why does
hots
this-
for each other.
But this sounds so crazy when you take it out of context.
Keep going
Like I
down.
watched the interview and I never saw this like a big thing. Now niggas want to make it a big thing.
Listen to this. I started to wonder if this was a competition. Either way, as far as I was concerned, there was only two possibilities. I was going to satisfy this woman sexually, or I was going to die trying. This is very. I love Will Smith, and one of the things I love about him in his recent years has been his transparency with his life. This shit has been very crazy. Right here, okay, so where this is about the relationship. Keep going down. There's a part where they talk about kind of like having an open relationship. They've said
I can give you it. I've watched it 3 times already.
Oh yeah, was it really?
Yeah.
He was like talking about, is it right here? We decided to figure out right here. We just decided to figure out how to be happy. It was a little bit of contentions from my side. I was like, you go figure it out. You go figure it out if you could be happy and prove to me if it's even possible. I'm gonna do me and you do you. And that's what's helped them both discover the power of loving inside with freedom. So they have freedom in their relationship. And that's how they carry themselves out until this day. Good for them.
The idea is this, right?
I would never do that myself.
I really enjoy.
But I learned through him.
No, man. I
I
really relate to it at a deep level because I can see my little picked up.
You out here doing swinger parties? Are you doing swinger parties? What?
I watched this interview 3 times. Specifically for that last 20 minutes, 25 minutes of the interview.
Well, that's when it got hot.
I need to watch this. I haven't watched it.
If you click in an hour into the interview exactly, that's when he started talking about the relationship. I watched that part 3 times.
Timestamped.
And the way he talked about it, this is the first time he ever says he's this open talking about it. And he says, listen, Oprah, I'm going to be real with you.
Like straight up.
I'm going to be straight up with you, right? We ain't do much or nothing with nobody. That's not the type of vibe I'm on. Because if I'm looking for my happiness outside of myself, then I'm never going to find it. I'm not going to find no happiness with no girl. And she ain't going to find no happiness with no guy. We already know that. So that's not the vibe we're on. We're trying to find happiness within ourselves. Yeah. And that's called living in freedom while loving each other. The idea is this. I love you as a friend, but nigga, you ain't gotta be where I'm at all day, every day.
Right.
That's a lot of marriages right now.
Check it up on each other.
Yeah.
This whole the busiest people ever.
Nigga, this whole you know what I'm saying? Especially them, the lives that they live.
Right.
Yeah.
They have to have a certain level of freedom.
They need that.
Oh.
Because they're literally apart from each other.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine that constant preoccupation in your mind that you're worried about what's on and bitch better not be with no nigga and this and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So if you really love each
plays
other,
a lot.
if you love each other, you set each other free.
Mm-hmm.
And it works for them. They have a lot of multiple children together. They've been together for decades. They've been together since she was with.
And they go
Tupac.
through problems. They go through problems all the time. There was a point that she was like that point where you guys separated or divorced. There was a point that it came to that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when he was like, yo, if you gonna find happiness, go find it.
Yeah.
And they took a long break for Oprah was like, was it months or years? And he didn't even answer directly. Mm-hmm. So I just let you know, these niggas are like, they're really trying to find it. And he said, listen, Oprah, this is how we ended it. He was like, one thing I know for certain in my life is that I love her and we're going to figure this thing out together on this earth together in this lifetime that we have.
Right.
And we're going to do it together. And I think that's beautiful. I think that's what a marriage should be.
Yeah.
Is if you really love somebody, man, the whole idea of having sex with another person or trying to find like another person he said, fill your hole, like very funny. He fucked up, but he was like, that's what it is inside of you though. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
why she was out here with August. August was trying to fill her hole, but it didn't work out.
But that's that thing, man. It's like if you're out here trying to figure that out, then you haven't come to a true place inside you.
Yeah.
And I think we all need to figure that. And I don't like when people talk about this type of shit because this is really personal. Like that nigga don't need to talk about none of this shit. But Oprah was like, yo, I'm really happy you said it this way because you're going to be helping a lot of people, a lot of relationships.
Because in the midst of the, what do you call it, the headlines or like the clicks and the funnies, there's going to be some lessons within it.
100%.
Bro, I watched that a bunch of times and I was like, bro, he took ayahuasca and he said he had an experience where, and this was when they were separated, where he took the ayahuasca and he saw himself as a seed and Jada as the ground, literally. God put the seed in the ground and this big, beautiful tree arose from it that gave fruit to other trees.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, God was letting me know that we are the seeds to creating more beautiful trees around us, more fruit around us, more beauty around us.
Right.
He said, this is my soulmate, period. I know it. And I think that's beautiful, man. Yeah. And I
he was high as shit. But I do want to go, one day I'll do the ayahuasca.
It's a revelation.
I keep hearing things about spiritual. I have to wait though. Not no time soon.
Man, I don't know. We judge these people that are on a higher. I think these people are on higher spiritual planes than us. Because they put more effort in to really get answers.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you can tell through this book and through this whole journey of self-discovery, and even within the relationship, the little bit that I know that he's spoken about, I can relate to a lot of things that he says. I really truly do, because I'm on that journey myself of truly finding myself within a relationship, outside a relationship, individually, together, and it makes sense. And I found those answers for myself.
Yeah, well, that's why I sent you the interview. I had a feeling I was like,
I appreciate you, son.
This was this was something that's dope. I feel like I relate to it. And since they're celebrities, obviously, it's gonna fall in the public's eyes. But this is definitely for the first time he's been as transparent, and it's because he wrote the book. And he's like, this is my life. I'm put on display. I never had a book, and there's going to be constant headlines, but hey, at the end of the day is my honesty. Mm-hmm. The craziest honesty so far, it wasn't even none of this. I would say was this. So, Will Smith, Jada Pinkett Smith is notoriously, like, considered, like, Tupac was her soulmate. She always said it, and, like, he saw her the same way before he passed away. Unfortunately, rest in peace, Tupac Shakur, the legend. That was them. If you watch it, even in the movie Poetic Justice, they acted together constantly. They had another show, something else together. But he said he was jealous of her dating Tupac. In the beginning of our relationship, my mind was tortured by their connection. He was Pac, and I was me. I hated that. I wasn't that. I wasn't what he was in the world, and I suffered raging jealousy. I wanted Jada to look at me like that. If she chose me over Tupac, there was no way I could be a coward. I have rarely felt validated. I was in a room with Tupac on multiple occasions, but I never even spoke to him. The way Jada loved Pac rendered me incapable of being friends with him. I was too immature. That's some deep shit.
That's beautiful, man.
That's some deep shit. Listen, and I 100% agree with him. You have to be bulletproof to like just be like, that's Pac. I don't give a fuck. That's my bitch. Whoa, hold up. Especially even now, years later, that can fall in your mind sometimes because
that's just constantly.
We spoke about it before. How Tupac is arguably the most like famous rapper of all time. Like Tupac, even after his demise, he goes viral all the time. Like people, the last month he went viral because the Babies and the new Tupac or the new Biggie or some shit, and like people comparing to these legends.
The idea of him goes viral.
The idea of he's too powerful. I was in the BJ's with my Tupac shirt and an old lady, old white woman, very old. God bless her. Hope she's doing good. We're very old, walking very slow, and she passed by me. Is that Tupac on your shirts? And I was like, oh, yeah. I thought it was going to be awkward, but she was like, oh, no, the poet, right? I read a bunch of his poems years ago. And I was like, oh, yes, that's Tupac the poet. And I was like, another reminder in person, real life, okay, Tupac is powerful. Here. It's eternal, his impact, and ageless. So we have Jada, his wife, his child's mother, his partner for life, being, the person that constantly says like that's the love of her life, Tupac, and having that relationship, that's hard to deal with. That I wouldn't even imagine. Like imagine that. One thing is like on some like people do it nowadays where like, oh, like if your girl fucked Drake or like one of these like Playboy type of niggas, but Tupac. is different than Drake or French Montana or one of these snipers.
Especially
this ain't no sniper.
Will Smith, Tupac Shakur.
Yeah.
And as a rapper level, from a rapper perspective,
Yes,
come on.
that's true. That's
even
true.
the
I didn't
idea
think
of,
about
the ego of a rapper.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Will Smith
holy
was the
shit.
first rapper to win a Grammy.
Yeah.
Ever.
And he did it so clean, and the white world accepted him.
Yeah.
And he felt very insecure about that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not black enough. I'm not white enough. I'm not blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying?
So at the end of the day, he's an actor, but he's a rapper. We got to give him his respect as a rapper. So looking at a rapper to rapper, it's like, whoa. That's
Will Smith's a big person, though.
What you mean, size-wise?
Let us know, bro.
You got to break it down, bro. Break it down. He's pretty tall. No,
But back then,
Will Smith's not just anybody.
No,
you
no,
know
no,
what I'm saying?
100%.
100% nah.
But was it?
God bless Will Smith passed away today. It would be, well, I know I'll cry forever.
Nigga, Will Smith's the biggest
I'll cry
movie star
forever.
of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we're talking about streaming, I mean,
Yeah, if you're talking about blockbusters.
blockbusters, yeah.
If you're talking about
100%.
blockbusters, maybe not
He's
all
every-
talented. I do
everything,
think he's
bro.
talented, but
He got-
you're not gonna. People
no,
don't
he's
put him in like in a
fantastic.
DiCaprio or like Denzel, like
I
it's
don't
like
know why.
like that. But
Fantastic.
he's definitely the blockbuster. Like before Dwayne, before Kevin Hart,
Yeah, yeah.
their daddy and for life is
It was
Will
Eddie
Smith.
Murphy and Will Smith.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
Will Smith. What did he say? He had for 10 years in a row. He had like the #1
Yeah.
blockbuster every year. Every year it was something always. I think the most recent amongst the most recent was like iRobot.
and the
shit
first
like
and the
that.
first person to beat him was Jim Carrey. It came
Yeah.
out in the same year,
Yeah.
and he came out #2, and Jim Carrey came out #1.
Mhm.
Yeah. So that's your peer.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah,
Yeah,
it's tough.
yeah.
And he had,
So-
the movie was 7 pounds. That's a great fucking film.
That's the only I think the only Will Smith movie I haven't seen.
yeah,
7 pounds.
great movie, man. Very
7 pounds.
sad.
I always want to watch it. I never watched it.
Very sad.
7 pounds.
We watched it. The family.
7 pounds in Aladdin.
Recently.
I haven't watched Aladdin.
Oh no, I'm probably
might not watch
never
Aladdin.
gonna- probably never gonna watch that shit.
But
I forgot about that one.
man, yeah,
It's tough.
That's
It's
crazy,
tough.
man. I don't know about you guys, but if my girl was with Tupac, oof, Jesus Christ, might have to get another girl. There's a lot of pressure. There's a lot of pressure.
It's a lot of pressure.
There's a lot of pressure.
It's a lot of pressure.
You gotta
nigga.
fucking like beat Tupac or like better, but do you really? No, but you might want to feel like that because why not? Gee, from a sexual level, Tupac probably was fucking hard. From a mental level, Tupac was probably waking her up with breakfast and talking to her every day with a poem. What's up, Jada? Let's look at the sky today.
Let's look at the sky today.
What's going on?
And then when you
Every
get in the
day.
street, some nigga says some bullshit, nigga punches him right there.
He turns into street mode.
Yo, nigga, fuck up my bitch, nigga. The fuck out. Takes off his shirt, 8-pack.
I fucking kill anyone for her. So
Got
you-
a tattoo right here, Jada. Damn, nigga. This nigga goes out in every category. He goes all out in every category.
dressing her, he probably was a stylist, a little baggier, a little swaggy at the time back then. That's how it was. So it's like, it's like,
And then Will Smith's out here looking like a clown.
Jiggy, let's get jiggy with it.
Jiggy wiggy,
Let's get jiggy with it.
wiggity wiggity.
He wasn't bald. Tupac made bald look good. It was different,
Oh,
man.
man. Oh, man.
It was different, man.
Jiggity wiggity. Oh, nigga, you better get that shit out of here, nigga.
Jesus Christ.
Tupac is coming in, nigga. You better get that wiggity wiggity out of here.
That wiggity, 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 wiggity. Oh, need some water after that one. But, prayers to Will Smith.
Prayers to Will.
My
Thank you
father.
for the book. Thank you for the book.
I love Will Smith. Ending it, we're going to talk about a couple quick topics of music.
Better make it quick, bitch.
The new topic, the new Pac.
The biggest topic.
The biggest, okay, Marloon's opinion right here. Let's go. This is the new Pac, arguably. Kendrick Lamar is back, people.
Kendrick Lamar is back. He's looking great in his whiteout outfit.
Bro.
Fantastic hair.
Phenomenal.
What the fuck is going on with the hair? Jesus
We
Christ.
saw him at
Literally.
DayNVegas.
That nigga might be Jesus Christ. God bless. I'm
Bro,
sorry,
Just
God.
look-
Bless me.
Just look at his presence.
Yeah,
Let
put
me
the
pull
photo
up
behind us. Put the
fucking
photo up
picture.
behind us.
Photo behind us, and that's how we're going to do it.
DayNVegas a couple years ago. Zoom in a bit if you
Oh
can.
my
possible.
God.
So
I didn't know this was whole theatrics behind this.
Yeah. Not too close. A little bit further. He brought out the Brotherhood. It almost looks like Jay Electronica and them almost came out. It almost felt that vibe.
Tyrese is in a cut?
Tyrese. Yo, but I didn't even noticed that they had face paint. Now I'm noticing.
I
They look like Van Lathan from
I
TMZ.
thought it was Lil Uzi.
Yeah, Lil Uzi in the cut. Well, this is phenomenal, man. So he's back. We saw him live, and he was hiding his face and everything, and kind of like a cowboy aesthetic a couple years ago. Now he's back again for the first time performing, and again is at DayNVegas. They must be paying him the 5.5 that Travis is saying no to in Saudi Arabia. They must be giving it to him in Vegas because this can't be $1 million show unless he loves the art. because it did seem like this
Unless
time
he
around,
loves the art. Nigga, he'd do that shit anywhere.
Because it feels like, this time around, he did have like more of a theme. So we do have him performing basically all of Section 80. He did like the whole album. Like all the songs.
Damn, I wish I was there.
Bro.
Come on.
Bro, he did all the
That's
songs.
my favorite album of his.
Yeah, he did the classics.
Some people were trying to diss him because he was performing those songs.
Niggas were dissing Kendrick Lamar?
Yeah.
Wow.
The people dissing him right now
Not highlightable.
are probably people that just found him.
We shouldn't even talk about
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Last
Why'd
year.
you bring it up,
Only
Edwin?
damn.
Last year.
Damn.
Why'd you bring it up,
Play
Edwin?
all right.
Fuck the hate. But
Play humble.
I do like
Shut
that
the
where
fuck
he's like,
up.
He's like, I'm
Play
not.
Ronald Reagan's era, bitch. You
I'm
know what
not
the fuck you know about that.
I'm not dropping new music, so I'm not gonna play new music. I'm gonna play my old shit.
I love that.
And he hasn't performed none of that shit since like
Oh,
a lot of it's been like a
2016,
decade or some shit. It's been a
bro.
while.
My God.
It's been a while.
Love
so
it.
not even in
Love
his tours
it.
or nothing. Obviously,
Good
'cause we've
guy.
seen him live.
Good
Come on.
artist.
Dripped
Artist.
up like Jesus Christ himself.
Look at that. I love this guy.
Put the next clip on the
My
link I provided
God.
in the notes, Marloon. He also said at the end of the performance, he's back or he's coming back soon.
I love it.
Something like that. Of that
The
nature.
world will shift.
I'm excited.
The tides will change. The cultures will move.
You think he'll
Kanye
drop?
move out the way.
Vegas till next time.
Hopefully.
And when I say next time, very soon. I love y'all.
That hat right there, that's like a third grade teacher. She knitted that shit and he wore it. That's fantastic.
Yeah. If anyone throws it on, it's horrible, but he's making it look really good.
Very
excited,
excited.
man. Kendrick is coming. It's official, guys. He did say that in the song with Baby Keem, and he did allude to it being this year. The clock is ticking. You have 1 month and a half, Kendrick, to drop this year. But you can drop whenever the fuck you want, as long as you do drop. I love that he's still performing and he's still teasing that he's coming because I just don't want the man to retire. He's too great and too good, to be very honest.
We need him.
Moving on to the last topic. Here we have billboards popping up. Go to the notes, Marlon. Pull up the photo. There's billboards popping up and there's promotion going on.
Oh, God. Nobody needs this.
Kanye West presents Donda Deluxe. When is this coming? We have no idea. He's been talking about it.
Hopefully it's the one with Soulja Boy on it.
Oh, he might get the Soulja Boy verse again. I hope
Yeah.
not. Keep that shit in the trash. I'll tell you this much. This album already has 27, maybe 30 songs already because we have part 2s on it. What are we going to get here with the Deluxe?
I'm not with it.
I don't think we really need this.
I'm not with it.
Now, if it's good music, hey, I'll rock with it. But I hope it's new songs, maybe not the same songs with part 2s again.
No.
It has to be a whole nother thing. And put up the photo. There's another photo as well. It was coincidentally a day after. Yeah, like a day after I was in New York. If I was in New York and I saw this shit, I would have been going crazy. Look at this. So,
Nigga, you would have asked some niggas, can I be part
like,
of
yo,
it?
what's good? Can I join you?
How do
Can I join
I
you?
get here?
What's going on up in here? Kanye clones roam the streets. Literally, the meme version of him that went viral with the mask and the Gap jacket and the Balenciaga shoes has emerged in New York City. This
That's
is not
fire.
a fan group.
That's
This has to be his team.
Yeah.
They cannot afford this.
Yeah.
A fan group cannot afford all this outfit, this gear, those masks. That's like a specific designer.
Yeah.
Kanye is trolling us right before our
Yeah.
eyes. He's constantly out here doing something, and there we have it. Because he knows he can just do that in one city, and people are going to post photos of it everywhere, and it's going to go viral.
Right.
So there we have it.
It's very easy.
So Donda Deluxe is coming. Are you guys going to listen to
Donda
it?
Deluxe.
We're going to listen to it. I know. What am I talking
No,
about?
we're gonna listen to it, but my thing is this, man. It kind of takes. Oh, you don't want to listen to new music by Kanye, Eric? I mean, oh shit, why? No, that's not the problem. The
Yeah.
problem is it takes away from how special the album was.
Yeah.
You know,
We
now
need a
you're
CLB
fucking with it.
Deluxe. Where's the CLB Deluxe at then?
I don't need that shit though. I don't know. I don't need that shit.
Drake's worst album.
Whoa! Save the hot takes for another episode, bud, because I can compete with you, and I'll go on for a couple hours. Couple hours.
We need
Worst
it. We need it.
album.
We need it. We need it.
Worst album. Not amongst the worst. Not amongst the best either, but not the worst. But
Anyways.
there we have it, guys. This has been another week, another episode of CA Podcast. Cap is back, and we shall see you again next week. Be safe. We love you, and God bless you guys.
They gon' love me for my ambition.